today's geography class. Today we are going to see about the continuation of the previous class, that is the natural disasters and the man-made disasters. Okay. In the previous class we have seen about what is disaster. What is disaster? Disaster is an incident that brings physical damage and also it brings damage to the life and property. Okay, it brings damage, it brings sudden change in the environment. Okay, if any incident that brings sudden change in the environment, that is called disaster. Okay, so when we classify disasters, we can classify the disasters into two, that is man-made disasters and the natural disasters. All the incident that or all the effects that brings out because of the human attitudes or comes under man-made disaster. Okay, and the incident that caused by the natural calamities are called natural disasters. Okay, some of the man-made disasters are like nuclear disaster, chemical disasters, fire, biological disasters, travel disasters. Okay, so these are some of the man-made disasters. Even oil spill comes under man-made disaster. Deep water horizon, that also comes under man-made disaster, that we will learn in this class in detail. Okay, and natural disasters, what are the things comes under the natural disasters? Like earthquake, tsunami, hurricane, cyclone, okay, and drought. These all things comes under the natural disasters. And when we see some of the natural disasters that happens suddenly, and some of the disasters it takes long period of time to be occur, like drought. It will not happen at a moment, but it is a slow process. Okay, that lead to drought. Now, in this class, we will learn about the man-made disasters, and we are going to see today about some of the case studies on man-made disasters and the natural disasters. When we talk about man-made disasters, I have already told you nuclear disasters. Okay, the disaster which occurs because of the nuclear weapons are called nuclear disasters. Okay, the disasters such as nuclear disaster, chemical disaster, biological disasters, fire and travel disasters, these all things brings mass destruction among the people and the property. Okay, and when we see about nuclear disaster, during Second World War, there was a nuclear disaster that occurred. Okay, America put a bomb on, hydrogen bomb on the important cities of Japan. Okay, that is Hiroshima and Nagasaki. Okay, there were two fighter planes that were used to throw the hydrogen bombs. That is called Little Boy and Fat Man. Okay. So this disaster, because of this disaster, even it crippled the life of the people and it brought a mass destruction among the people. More than lakhs people, their life is spoiled. Okay, more than 3,000 people, they lost their life. Even the people who born in the particular cities, they will be with some kind of handicapped if they born in that place today. Okay, so these are the effect of this nuclear disaster. Now, how we will protect from this nuclear disaster? If any nuclear disaster occurs, we should not go out till we get the information. We have to close the door and we should be inside. Okay, we should hide under the solid things. Okay, and the biological disasters that occurs because of the explosion of germs from the laboratories that is mixed with the air. This also caused mass damage. Okay, mass disaster. Chemical disaster also caused the mass destruction to the people. It is because of the explosion of toxic chemicals that released from the factories, okay, that affect the people in mass, and different other disasters. Okay, today in this class we are going to see about the case study on particular places about the natural and man-made disasters. First of all, we are going to see about Nepal. Okay, when we take Nepal, April 4th, 2015, there was a severe earthquake in Nepal near Kathmandu. Okay, so we are learning about Nepal, how the natural disaster affected the people of Nepal. Okay, in April 4th, 2015, there was an earthquake. Okay, and this earthquake disrupted the life of the people. More than 3,000 people, they lost their life. Okay, and when we see over 6 lakhs people, they lost their properties, okay, like buildings and all, they lost their houses, okay, and it brought the most destruction among the people of Nepal. Okay, when we measure the magnitude of this earthquake which occurred in 2015, it was measured in the Richter scale 7.8. Okay, it was measured like that. And what is the epicenter of this earthquake? The epicenter of the earthquake is near Kathmandu. Okay, it is 80 kilometers away from the northwest frontier of Kathmandu. Okay, and it affected the vast region of Nepal. Okay, when we see this one, near the epicenter, the Richter scale, it was measured as 7.8. Okay, and as after the happening this one, okay, again there were 2 important shakings or earthquakes happen in Kathmandu. Okay, within 24 hours, that was measured in 6.6 and 6.7 in Richter scale. Okay, and not only that, after that, okay, people again they felt different small shakings within 24 hours of the day, okay, particular day. Okay, so this was the mass destruction which brought among the people. So because of that, more than lakhs of people, they lost their housing, they lost their property. Okay, it brought not only life and property of the people, it also affect the psychology of the people. Okay, so this was the incident that happened in Nepal in 2015. And the next incident when we see it is oil spill that occurred in USA. Okay, now how this oil spill happened? Okay, when the oil tankers that carries oil, okay, there will be drilling in the ground. Okay, because of the drilling and some other reasons like hurricane, there will be leakage in the oil tanker. Okay, that affect the marine life. It affect the aquatic life in the ocean. Okay, not only it affect the aquatic life or the marine life, it also affect the people who live in the coastal regions. Okay, and the animals, the birds also will be, the migrant birds, the migrating birds also will be affected because of the oil spill. Okay, and another incident which is very close to this oil spill is, it is Deepwater Horizon. Okay, Deepwater Horizon also it affect. Okay, Masconda. Okay, there is a place called Masconda. It was affected. In the particular place, there was a Deepwater Horizon that took place. Okay, now what is called Deepwater Horizon? Okay, like oil spill. Okay, when it happens in the ocean, it will affect the marine life. Okay, and the fire, there will be fire occurring, and this fire will last long. Okay, it takes more days to be turn off. Okay, that's the reason. It will be also affecting the life of the people who are living in the coastal region. Okay, it also affect the marine life, aquatic life. The birds and animals will be distracted because of this deep water horizon. Okay, especially when we see this deep water horizon, it mostly that occurs in the European regions. Okay, so it is our responsibility. It is the human, since it is the human attitude that occurs these all kinds of man-made disasters. It is our responsibility to be careful of the things to take care of. Okay. And the next thing we are going to learn is flood. Okay, flood is one of the natural disaster that happens. Okay, when we take India, India's geographical location is different. Okay, when we see the North India, most of the northern India comes under the northern plains. There are different perennial rivers that flows in North India, which makes the land fertile. Okay, so when we see most of the rivers, though it is not in India, it flows in Nepal and other countries, but it reaches to India, in some part of India, especially Assam and Bihar. Okay, first of all, we'll learn about Bihar, how Bihar was affected by the flood. Okay, Bihar is one of the state most affected state or most prone to flood, the place which is mostly prone to flood. And what's the reason for Bihar to be affected? See, when we see Bihar, Bihar is the state where we can find different tributaries. Okay, different rivers that flow from Nepal and reaches to Bihar, and at last it comes to Bengal and it joins with the ocean in Sundarban areas. Okay, so rivers like Kosi, Kantang, okay, these are some of the rivers that flows in Nepal region. Okay. So what happens whenever there will be rainy season in Nepal, these rivers will be filled and it will be overflowed. Okay, and the water of these rivers will be entered in Bihar, which affect the people of Bihar. Okay, it is not only affecting the life of the people, more than the width of the river is 80 kilometers, and the river that flows 1,000 kilometers length. So the most of the areas will be affected flood. Okay, so the people in Bihar, they have to escape from the flood. So there will be migration that takes place. People move from place to place for safety and shelter. Okay, and when we see, because of this flood in Bihar that occurred in 2015 again, it lost the life of the people. More than 3,000 people, they lost their life. Okay, many they lost their property. Lakhs of people, they lost their housings and the buildings. Okay, it brought life and damage to the people and the government even. Okay, and the next place which is prone to flood is Assam. Assam is another important region. Okay, both Bihar comes in the northeastern part of India. Assam comes in the part of India. Okay, this also, both of the states comes under the northeastern part of India. Assam is one of the northeastern states, okay, which is covered by 7 other states of India. Assam is also often affected by flood. Okay, here when we see the river Brahmaputra that flows through Assam and it goes to Nepal and it reaches to Nepal. It starts from the Himalayan mount, okay, and it flows through Nepal and it touches the border of China. Then it comes to India. Okay, when it comes to India, it crosses in the state of Assam. And we know that the Brahmaputra river often changes its direction. Whenever there will be seasonal rainfall, the river will be overflow, okay, and the river will be filled with rainy water, and it covers more than areas, more than 1,000 kilometers of areas. More than 6 lakhs people were affected because of the flood that occurred in 2015. Okay, so the flood that brought lot of damage to the life and property of the people in Assam. So children, today we have learned about the case studies of natural and man-made disasters. We have also revised about the man-made disasters like natural nuclear disasters, chemical disaster, biological disasters, travel disasters, fire, okay. And we have seen in Nepal earthquake, okay, one of the natural disasters that occurred in 2015, okay, and it was measured in 7.8 Richter scale. And by following that earthquake, there were 2 other important earthquakes that happened in Nepal, okay. In continuation to that, there were different other small shaking that occurred in Nepal near Kathmandu. Now, what's the reason for that? And where is Nepal located? Okay, Nepal is located in the Thrush Fault. Okay, one of the Indian plates. I already told you in the previous classes. Okay, what happened? What's the reason for the earthquake? What's the reason for the earthquake? Because of when the earth plates, when it collide with each other, there will be small vibration in the interior of the earth that will be reflected back on the surface of the earth. That is called earthquake. Okay, the most damage occurring area of earthquake is called epicenter. Okay, the point where the damage caused more is called epicenter. And seismologist and all we have seen. Study of earthquake is called seismology, and the person who study about earthquake is called seismologist. Okay, and today we will stop here and I will mark a few questions from your textbook. Take a textbook. Turn your book to page number 76. A. First one earthquake, second one natural disaster, third one low pressure, fourth one collision, fifth one Bhopal. Match the following. First one 2, 4, 5, 1, 3. Okay, 2, 4, 5, 1, 3. Section C, rainfall. Second one Chernobyl, third one gases, fourth one jams, fifth one oil spill. True or false? First one true, second one true, third one false, fourth one true, fifth one false. E section 65, first one, second question 66 and 67, third question 68, fourth question 70, fifth question 70 and 71. 6th question 71, 7th question 72. F section, first one 72, second one 67 and 68, third one 68, fourth one 68 and 69, fifth one 70, sixth one 70, seventh one 71, eighth one 72 and the last one also 72. Okay, G section, first one drought, second one is it is a natural disaster, although it can be man-made as well. Section G, third one, page 68. And for E3 answer, you have to write first part of the E3 answer. Okay, in the same page there is a space, no? In the space you can write it down. A severe shortage of water in a region due to insufficient rainfall over a long period of time is known as drought. After marking, turn your book to page number 64. Okay, in page number 65 under the subheading causes of earthquake, first paragraph, from the beginning till the sixth line end, E1. From the beginning till the sixth line, E1. Then marking, after that, turn the next page under the subheading flood. First three lines till property you can mark E2. After marking, you can move to the next page, first paragraph, second line and third line. You can mark for F2 again. Okay, it is not F2, it is E2. Then after that, you can move to the sixth line and the crops ruined. That also you can mark for E2. After marking, move to the next subheading, cyclone. From the beginning, you can mark for F2. The paragraph fully you can mark F2 till the next page. Then move to the next subheading, drought. The first paragraph fully you can mark for E3. And you can also mark for F3. E3 and F3. G3. 3 question you are marking. Okay. E3, F3, G3. And you can close G3 in the second line ending. G3 you can close second line last. Okay. And move to the next paragraph below the picture. From the beginning till the fourth line, you can close F3 there. Okay. Till due to drought, you can mark for F3. After that, in continuation to that same line, you can continue for G3 answer. Droughts are caused not only by shortage of rainfall. From there till the end of the para, you can mark for G3. After marking, move to the next subheading, fire. Second paragraph, fires usually occur due to poor wiring. From there till the end of the subheading, you can mark for F4. After marking, come to the nuclear disasters from the second line to 15th line. After the incident, you can mark for nuclear, means F5 question. Second line from nuclear weapons to 15th line after the incident. Then after that, under the same subheading, third paragraph, a prime example of international nuclear disaster. That para fully you can mark for F6. After marking the same page under the subheading nuclear disaster, the last paragraph fully you can mark for E4 question. E4. After marking, move to the next subheading, chemical and biological disasters. First paragraph fully you can mark for E5 question. And in the same subheading, in page number 71, third paragraph, fully you can mark for E6 question. Under that third paragraph, just above that you can note it down, biological disasters. Fully you can mark for E6. After that, move to the next subheading, terror attack. The first para fully you can mark for E7 question. E7. Then move to the next page in page number 72 under the subheading travel related disasters. First para fully and second para till the fourth line middle you can mark for E7 question. E7. Then move to the next subheading the Nepal earthquake. First paragraph and the second paragraph fully you can mark for F1 and F8 question. F1 and F8 question. Okay. After marking, move to page number 74. Under the subheading flood in Bihar, first paragraph fully you can mark for F9 question. F9 question. Children, here we end the class. We have seen today about the natural and man-made disasters. We have seen natural disasters, man-made disasters, and also we have seen some of the case studies of natural and man-made disasters like earthquake, flood. Okay, these are the things we have seen today. We will see again in the next class. Prepare your worksheet and study the lessons. Okay, next week you will be having class test. Thank you, children.